Okay, children, thanks for coming. This is going to be very, very, very fast. I'm trying to get a blow through. It's just a quiz tomorrow. I am so happy that you decided to come join me. Me and my coffee. Got some coffee. Yes, cap on. I'm actually drinking it. I drink nothing but the best at night. Oh, let's nail that commercial. Pretty soon, Dunkin' Donuts is going to be calling. I'm going to be rich and you won't have a teacher anymore. Ha! All right, whatever. Let's go back to work. All right, so got a little quiz tomorrow. I really am glad that you guys decided to come here and decide to share a few minutes with me. I'm not sure how long this video is going to take, but before the end of it, you see that subscribe button on the bottom? Could you do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button. I need to get my subscribership up. Do you understand? All right, so let's do something. Just fixing something. I think that's better. All right. Oh, need another drink of coffee. So what have I said to you? I want you to tell me what the equation of this function is. I said, okay, what is the equation of this function? And you say, okay, it starts here and it goes forever and ever and to the right. That looks like a square root function. So I'm going to start with the idea that it's a square root function. Okay. Then I got to decide, does it have a positive or negative? Well, it's coming up, so it's positive. Then I got to decide, do I put a number out here or is the number just 1? And remember, we're going to look. We go to the right one, and normally we go up 1. But in this case, we're going up 2 to this point. So we need a 2. So far we got 2 square roots of something. Now the next thing is this very important point right here. Because remember, the normal square root function is right here and goes like that, correct? So we move to the right 3. So that's a transformation on the x-axis, left and right. And you remember, when you do that, you go backwards. So move to the right, so we're going to put -3. We also move down 4. Okay, so on the outside, we're going to put -4. All right, there it is. That's the equation of that function. So the next thing I might ask you to do is say, hey. I might say, hey there. Yo, what's up? Yo, hi. Matthews. Hope you're feeling better, kid. Anyway, let's see. Oh, I might say, hey, graph this function. Graph this function. Okay, let's graph this thing. You see it down here? We're going to graph it. All right, the first thing I got to do is figure out where I'm going to move my new starting point. Let's see. We're going to move to the right 3. Ooh, right 3. So 1, 2, 3, because normally it's here. And we're going to go up 1. So there's my new starting point. Okay, that's no problem. Because it's negative, I know I'm going down. So instead of going to the right and up, I'm going to the right and down. And I'm going to go to the right 1 and down 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, there it is. Then I'm going to go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And normally I would go down 2. 1, 2. But in this case, because I've got this multiplier of 3, I'm going to go down 6. Ooh, gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is what it looks like. Okay. Now remember, this is h of x. And we called this f of x. Now I can ask you a litany of questions. Hold on, I'll be right back. You are amazing. Hey, hi back. Okay, so other questions I can ask you. I could say, okay, student of mine, when does f of x equal g of x? Or for what values of x does equal g of x? Well, equals is where they're equal. So that would be x equals 4. I could say to you, hey student, when is g of x less than f of x? Well, wait a second. Let's think about what that means. F of x is the black one. So f of x, let me put a little black note, right? The black one. And g of x is the red one. And so what this really says is when is red below, which of course we know that means less than means below, black. When is red below black? Well, it's below black. Say that 7 times in a row without coffee. Hit subscribe button now. It's below black starting now. Remember, we're going to use our x values from here going to the right. So the answer to this, if I wanted to, is x is greater than 4, or I could do 4 to infinity. If I don't tell you which, you can do either one. Now, the reason I didn't put a bracket or an equal to is because there's no equal to. What else could I ask you? I could ask you the domain and range. Let me ask you the domain and range of f. Okay, what's the domain of f? Well, the domain of f is 3 to infinity, because it starts here at 3 and goes forever and ever that way. It also starts at -4 and goes forever and ever up. So the range is -4 to positive infinity. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, I forgot. I could also ask you this question. I don't know, maybe I will. It said, find the average rate of change of h of x from 4 to 19. Now that sounds like a really hard problem, but don't forget, we got a simple formula for rate of change. It is h of 19 minus h of 4 all over 19 minus 4. All right, well, I got to plug those numbers in. 19 minus 4, that's easy. It's just 15. But I kind of got to figure out what in the world h of 19 is. So let me do h of 19 right here. It's equal to -3 square roots of 19 minus 3 plus 1. So let's see, that's 16 square root of 16. This is 16. Square root of 16 is 4. 4 times -3 is -12 plus 1. That's -11. All right, now let me do h of 4. H of 4 is equal to -3 square roots of 4 minus 1. 4 minus 3. Getting ahead of myself, plus 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. The square root of 1 is 1. -3 times 1 is -3 plus 1. I get -2. All right, so minus -2. Now notice I use parentheses when I substitute in. That's because we have a minus, and they make a positive. So what I end up with is, let's see, -11 plus 2 is -9 over 15. And you could leave it like that or reduce it. All right, let's try one on your own. If you want, I'm going to have this PDF in the stream so you can just download it and try it on your own, or print it and try it on your own, or you can just go along with me. So answer questions like, what's the domain? What's the, of f of x, what's the domain and what's the range? What's the max value of f of x? What's the min value of f of x? Can you answer those? If you try hitting the pause button real quick, answer those on a separate sheet of paper. You can pause it right now. I'll give you a funny little face to look at. Did you screenshot that funny face? Oh my God, it was amazing. All right, you're back. So let's call this f of x again. And we're going up again, so it's positive. I'm going to the right one and up one, so I just need a 1 there, so there's nothing there. But let's talk about the translation that took place. We moved to the left 5, so that's x plus 5. Remember, that's backwards. And up 1, and that's normal. So how'd you do? There's the equation. Domain. The domain of this is from -5 to infinity. The range. It's from 1 to infinity. What's the max value of f of x? Infinity. What's the minimum value? Remember, these are the only times you're going to use y values, right? The minimum value is 1. Okay, then, did you see this down here? Take a second, hit the pause button. I gave you another funny face to pause it at. Oh my God. We're having too much fun studying for our test. Gianna, wake up. You need to go to bed earlier. You're always looking tired. Just saying. Or get hyped up on coffee. No, don't start on coffee. It stunts your growth. Oh, too late. JK, just kidding. All right, let's do this. Let me grab a different color. Let's go red. Pause it. You've already paused. Okay, you've done this. Okay. So we're going to move to the right 3 and up 2. 1, 2, 3, up 2, right there. There's our new starting point. We're going up because it's positive, and we're going up by 2. So we're going to go to the right 1 and up 2. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to go to the right 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And instead of going up 2, we're going to go up 4. So here is what this one looks like. All right, so I might ask, when does g of x equal f of x? Oh, for what value of x does g of x equal f of x? Oh, x equals 3. Okay, and the next question I could say to you is, when is f of x, let's say, greater than or equal to, no, let's not do that. Let's do this. When is g of x greater than or equal to f of x? Okay. Well, again, that's when you might want to do color. This was g of x, remember? And f of x is in black. So I might say, oh, f of x is black. G of x is red. So what they're really asking me is, when is red above black? Or equal to. Or equal to. And isn't red above black right in here, in this area right here? So that starts at 4 and it goes off in that direction. So in that case, the answer to this question would be from 4 to infinity. Now, I'm going to include 4 because it has an equal to, and I would put a bracket there. Or you could say x is greater than or equal to 4. Is that the same answer as before? Because that's really weird. Wow, that's really weird. All right, here's another one. Oh, average rate of change of gx. Let's try to practice this again. So if you haven't done this, try it. Pause it. Hey, you're back. All right, let's do this. We're going to do g of 12 minus g of 4. Gee, I'm happy you're with me. Mr. Krause, you're so freaking creepy. Oh, yes, you have no idea. All right, let's try g of 12. 2 square roots of 12 minus 3 plus 2. I'm going quick because you should have already done this. 12 minus 3 is 9. The square root of 9 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So this is 8 minus. Now I'm going to do g of 4. 2 times the square root of 4 minus 3 plus 2. This is 1. 2 times 1, that's 4. All over 12 minus 4 is 8. So this gives me 4 over 8, or 1/2. How'd you do? All right, I got one more. Ooh, it's coming down. So pause it for a second. Come back, try this on your own, see how you do. And there's a few more. And if you get this, don't stop, because I got a few more problems I want to go with you on, and then I'll be out of here. All right, so let's see. Pause it and come back and answer some. I'm just gonna do a few things. All right, you're back. Oh my God, thanks for coming back. All right, f of x. F of x is equal. It's coming down, so it's negative. It's going over 1 and down 3, so that's negative 3 square roots of. And we move to the left 5, so this is x plus 5. And we moved up 4, so plus 4. How'd you do? Domain starts at negative 5, goes to infinity. Range. Now, range is hard. Ooh, hard range. Range is difficult on this one. The lowest number is down here at negative infinity. Remember, negative infinity can never go on the right. And the highest number is right here. It goes up to 4. Bracket, parentheses. So that was kind of tricky. The max, 4. Min, negative infinity. All right, let's graph this other one. X plus 2, so we're going to move to the left 2 and down 3. We're going over 1, up 1, over 4, up 2. Boom, done. There it is. So when are they equal? They're equal at x equals negative 1. And then you can answer the greater than or less than questions. I'll do this one last average rate of change. This is going to be m of 7 minus m of negative 2 all over 7 minus negative 2. Use parentheses. All right, if I put in a 7 here, that's 9. The square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. If I put in a negative 2 plus 2 is 0. The square root of 0 is 0. So this becomes minus negative 3. All over 7 plus plus 2 is 9. 9. So negative, negative makes a positive, so this becomes 3/9 or 1/3. All right. What would you do if I asked you to do this? If I ask you to do it, you have to show some work. I'll be right back. Okay. Pause it, do this problem, come right back. I hope you guys are getting some good screenshots. Yes. All right, so we're just going to plug in -3. We're going to plug it in for x. So really what I want is h of -3 is equal to -5 times -3 square roots of -2 times -3 plus 3. So this is positive 15 square roots of, let's see, that's 6 plus 3, which is 9. And so this is really 3, so my answer is 45. Done. Let's try this. We're going to plug in a 2. G of 2. Gee, I'm happy you're with me. Hit the subscribe button now. I ain't kidding. Just kidding. Not really. Sort of. Kind of. Not really. 3 times 2. Square roots of 7. Actually, I am serious. Please hit the subscribe button. The more subscribers I have, the better I look on YouTube. I spend a lot of time helping you guys out. I spent a lot of time tonight just doing this video, so you guys can hit that subscribe button. All right, appreciate it. -5 and then -3. So let's see. This is 6 square roots of. This is 14 minus 5, which is 9 minus 3. The square root of 9 is 3, so I get 18 minus 3, which is 15. How'd y'all do? Let's simplify some radicals. Pause it. And now you're back. Hi, kids. I missed you guys. Except for maybe a few of you. Just kidding. Not really. Okay, maybe. All right. Largest perfect square. I'm going to take 63 divided by 2. I get somewhere around 32. Who cares? Now I need a perfect square that's less than 32 that goes into, divides evenly into 63. So let's see. Less than 32 would be 25. Nope, that's not going into 63. 16, it's even. 63 is odd. It ain't going into it. 9. Oh, 9 goes in. 9 times 7. Now I want to write it as multiples of 2, because remember, there's a 2 there. So x to the 4th is fine. Y to the 6th, y, times z squared, z. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root of x to the 4th is x squared. Square root of the y to the 6th is y cubed. Square root of z squared is z. So let's combine all this crap. That's 6. Now I've got an x here and an x squared. That's x cubed. I got a y here and a y cubed. That's y to the 4th. Z, square roots of 7. Y, z. That was fun. All right, pause it. Hi. Okay, so 2xy. I'll take -48. I'll divide it by 2. I get 24. I need a perfect square less than 24. 16. Oh, 16 goes in. That was nice. -16 times 3. M to the 6th. N. P4. And P. Remember, we got to make 5. That's why there's 5 here. All right. Square root of -16. This is where you might make a mistake. It is 4i. Be careful. Anytime you're dealing with square roots and negatives, it's I. Square root of m to the 6th. M cubed. P squared. All right. So what do I got here? I got 8i. Oh, I got x's. Oh, I forgot to change these to m's and y's. Whatever. So it's x, y, m cubed, p squared. Square roots of 3np. All right, one last thing I'm going to do is just a simple regression, just to remind you the steps to go through for that tomorrow, and I'll do that as soon as I get back. All right, the first thing you're going to do is open up your calculator. You're going to go to spreadsheet. Don't forget you're going to go to the spreadsheet. Click on that. I don't remember what they called these. Oops, I don't need that. Hour and concentration. So we'll call this hour concentrations and whatever, constant. Let's go through the hours. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, those are hours? Ah, shoot. All right, I miswrote a question. I'll get to it when I get to it. 47, 51, 47, 51, 55, 53, 52, and 50. So I'm going to do, it says to do a power regression. Right here it says power regression. So I'm going to do a power regression. So I go to Menu, Statistics, Stat Calculations, and down here to Power Regression. My X value was hour. My Y value is concentration. Just click OK. There's the equation right there. But don't forget, you need to write Y equals A times, what is it? X to the B. X to the B. You need to write that equation. You need to tell me what A is. Unrounded, 6 decimals. 49.0618. 0618. Oops, 0617769. 7769. That's good enough. And what's B? B is 0.032. 0.032. I don't know where that box came from. 034, 03395. All right, so now it says round to the nearest thousands place. All right, so I got to go to thousands place. Now remember, you got to remember, thousands place, that's 3 decimals. So let's write this equation. Y equals, don't forget the Y equals. What the heck just happened? Oh, phew, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I was just trying to move it over. All right, so it's going to be 49.062 times X to the 0.032. Now, if you read this question, and I apologize, it said at the end of a 2-week study. I meant to say at the end of 24 hours. Oh, no, I meant to say at the end of 12 hours. At the end of 12 hours. All right, so at the end of 12 hours, so now the hours is X, so I'm just going to plug in for X. So I go, okay, Y equals 49.062, 12 to the 0.032. So you go over to your calculator, you go 49.062.062 times 12, parenthesis, raised to the 0.032, and you get 53.1226. 53.1226. And to sit around, I should have told you to round to the tens place. Let's say round to the tens place. Now, one last thing. If you made it this far, congratulations, because I'm going to give you another hint. Let's say this didn't say hour. Let's say this said days. Let's say this said days. And then I said, what would it be at the end of 2 weeks? But this was given in days. What would I have to put in for 2 weeks? Well, how many days is 2 weeks? So 2 weeks is equal to 14 days. So on the part of the equation where you had to sub into the equation, you can't put in 2, you have to put in 14 for 14 days. So just be careful of the units. That's it, kids. I hope you study hard. I hope you do well on tomorrow's quiz. It's a big one. Don't mess up. All right, catch you on the flip side. Bye.